Hello and welcome to Nick Tries Things, a show where I try things. Today I've got something that I've seen pop up a lot on social media, but I've never bought, and I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't bought it online, but I haven't. I saw these in the shop and thought, now's the time to give it a go. It is these. It's freeze-dried fruity crunch. So, these are freeze-dried sweets. I'm sure at some point you must have come across them on social media. Like, you see a lot of TikTok influencers, you see a lot of sweet businesses show videos of them making the sweets. And I've never seen them packaged like this before. And I thought, well, this is interesting. It's by a company called Exploded Sweets. So, if you're not familiar with what happens when you do freeze-dry sweets, they do normally kind of like expand a little bit and normally burst in some kind of way. But by the time they come out, they've obviously they're solidified or whatever. But yeah, that's what happens. So the Exploded Sweets name makes a lot of sense. I've got no idea if these are wrapped or if they're they're wrapped. Okay. Cool. Well, this is make it easy because it tells you what flavours are on them as well. Okay, so this first one is orange. Do you see that? And it's like looks like a bonbon type thing. Okay. This actually, do you know what I think these are? I think they're orange. Well, not just orange, there's other flavours, but they're like hard-boiled sweets that normally come in these wrappers, and obviously it poking out is because it's obviously expanded. Not particularly strong. Let's give it a go. That's really unusual. I'm going to take another one. Let's go for black currant. So again, sprayed out the packet. This is like a pink colour. No smell to it, which is really weird because as soon as it's in your mouth, you can tell what flavour it is. So just to read you what's on the back. Freeze-dried caramel candy bites with mixed fruit flavours. How to describe these? The consistency almost reminds me a little bit of meringue when you bite into it. And I said you couldn't smell what the flavours were before. As soon as you bite into it, the flavour does suddenly just overwhelm. Quite strong. Not in a negative way, but you know, sometimes you've got a sweet and it takes a little bit of time before the flavour kind of comes out. This is like immediate. As soon as you kind of like burst it, the flavour's there. It's a very weird sensation. I'm not a huge fan of these myself because, so like I said, I think they're like boiled sweets. If you think about when you bite a boiled sweet, it sometimes kind of congeals a little bit and kind of gets a little bit stuck in your teeth. I've definitely got a feeling of that. The flavours are really good, and I think the concept, I don't know whose idea was it to freeze dry sweets in the first place. Whoever it is, it must have been some kind of genius, because it definitely makes it something completely unique. It's a different experience. These were quite expensive. This was $1.99 for this bag. If you're buying a bag of boiled sweets, this bag would probably cost you less than £1. So you're paying for, like, you know, what this represents, how these are made. But I mean, I think it's really interesting. I don't think I can't see me like eating a load of these. Like, I've had 2. I don't feel I need to have any more right now. But you know, it's definitely something unique. I'll give it that. I'm a fan of the concept. I probably wouldn't have picked these as a sweet to try, if I'm honest. But I would like to see how it translates to other sweets, like things like Skittles, that kind of thing. But I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Like, I think the idea is clever. I think it's something a bit unique. The flavours are very strong, which is what you want when it's something fruit flavoured, right? Really interesting. I would definitely like to try something else that's been freeze dried. Just not, I wouldn't go for these necessarily again, but really interesting concept, something different, something unique. And yeah, freeze dried sweets, that's something I could get into. Yeah.